Oh, there's a story on govolsxtra about how Coach Fulmer wants to do anything to help the university, about how he cares deeply about the University of Tennessee. We know all this. We know that Coach Fulmer does care deeply about the University of Tennessee. I think you should stay away from the athletic director job, though. Stay far away from the athletic director job. If we really wanted Fulmer as an asset, we'd be using him by now. I think Coach Dooley has the right idea by letting Coach Fulmer be a former coach. You could use him in recruiting. You could use him to raise money. You could use him for anything. But I think the best choice for Fulmer is for him to move on. The reality is, Coach Fulmer should just stay retired, stay working with CBS, stay working in broadcasting, whatever he wants to do. But the reality is, University of Tennessee has moved away from Coach Fulmer. I really respect what he did at the University of Tennessee. He really established the idea that fans are expecting championships year in and year out, and expecting these lofty goals that for the time being are not attainable and are not realistic. I would please ask Coach Fulmer, stay far away from the athletic director position. I mean, hell, I could imagine you going out and doing some fundraising in 2 or 3 years once you've really settled to the fact that the University of Tennessee does not want you as its football coach. And I could see him doing that. I think he'd be very happy just contributing in some small way. I also think he'd be happy in broadcasting, although the man was, supposedly born to coach. The man who once wanted to be a dentist, read that in On Rocky Top, which is a book about Coach Fulmer's final year. Thanks, Jonathan Crompton, for getting Coach Fulmer fired. I'm sure he's very appreciative. But, Coach Fulmer, stay away from the athletic director position right now. We don't need a guy, we don't necessarily need a guy with ties to the university. We just need a guy who has athletic director chops and experience. So let's face it, we're in an athletic department rebuilding mode. And that's just the way things are. I'm not saying we should bring in someone who has no ties to the university, who has no ties to the SEC, who is from a completely different place. Cough, cough, Lane Kiffin. Because we all know how ugly that might turn out. Cough, cough, Lane Kiffin. But we need someone who understands the culture of the SEC, who understands how to comply with the NCAA, who understands how to create winning programs, who understands how to go out and raise money, and really gets the athletic director position. Now, Mike Hamilton was an idiot with sports. He has no clue with sports. Very accomplished businessman. I mean, you look at the money that Hamilton raised, it's just very impressive. The guy didn't know what he was doing when it comes to sports. Let's face it. And that's what we need in our next athletic director. Because as I said in the last video, the money's going to come in. Alright? We need a guy who knows what he's doing when it comes to sports. And not just football, not just basketball, but every sport. And Coach Fulmer is just not that guy.